Hello, this is Critical Information Bureau coming from Hull, England. This is Eyon Akumbe speaking. We are the people that bring you the truth, nothing but the truth, because the truth is what is going to set you free. We don't accept any donations. Please make your donations appropriately through your counties and your interim government. Now, I want to talk about the young man that got shot in below Foncher Street in Bamenda. I have listened to all the comments and the sympathy messages sent by the interim government through Chris Anu and a lot of other people. On behalf of Critical Information Bureau, I want to express our sincere condolence to that young man and his family. When the United Nations left Southern Cameroon, they left Southern Cameroon with a capital. They left Southern Cameroon with a clearly defined border. Clearly defined border. They did not append us to La Republique. They left all these instruments in place. They left Southern Cameroon with a House of Parliament, House of Chiefs, and they left Southern Cameroon with a Prime Minister. Elections have already been done several times, but when the UN said you are joining Cameroon, you still had all of these things. But most importantly, and I don't want anybody to forget this, they left Southern Cameroon with the mobile wings. That is what they did. They left you with your own soldiers. They left you with your own army, the mobile wings. This is very significant. The United Nations did not leave you unprotected. The United Nations did not leave Southern Cameroon unprotected. They left you with everything that makes you a country and also keeps you secure. That is what your mobile wing was. La République quickly deceived Southern Cameroonians and took away your capital, took away your House of Parliament, and most importantly, they tried to take away your army. Once you take away the security, then you have control of those people. That was it. Okay? That is why I know some of you have your doubts and your problem with some members of the Restoration Forces, but this is your army now. This is your mobile wings that you are installing. I think the time has come for us to make that official. Okay, I know I know the president is doing a fantastic job to be, encouraging the Restoration Forces back home. I understand that, and there's nothing wrong with the name, Restoration Forces. But I am just looking in terms of the United Nations, because when we are complaining that we want to go back to what we used to be, sometimes it's good to make sure that we use the names that was left there by the United Nations. Southern Cameroon is our original name. That's where we are going back to. Our mobile wings is the force that was protecting us, and that is what we should be looking at. At some stage, we need to get either our Restoration Forces or some new force called the mobile wings. That's a name that we should bring back. Okay, so in terms of this issue, if we had our mobile wings in Southern Cameroon as it was left by the United Nations, then our mobile wings would have prosecuted and dealt with this problem. This army or this policeman who's killed this young man would have been brought to by the police, would have done some investigation. The police would have arrested the person that is the perpetrator of this crime, and he would have faced jail or the firing squad. That is what would have happened. But today, with this Ewondo Betty government, which is based on a mafia system, which is all about how to steal money from Southern Cameroon, this particular soldier will not be investigated. He just killed a man and there is no investigation. The government of Cameroon does not investigate the crimes of the soldiers. Can you believe that? I've not heard a single thing from Tanganji Paul or the so-called head of government, with Ngute. Nothing. Maybe they have said something, but I haven't heard it. I've not seen it on any social media about on what the president has said, on what the prime minister has said, or what the territorial administrator, Mr. Tanganji Paul, has said. I've not heard a single thing about that from any of them. What message is that given to the police? That we are lamb to the slaughter and you can abuse Southern Cameroonians as much as you like and you don't need to worry about it. The soldiers are encouraged to carry out human rights abuses. And why is this going on? It's not because they don't care. No. They care. But they care for their money. That's what the Ewondo people care about, is their cash. And the person who is helping them to steal this money from Southern Cameroonians is the army. So the police and the army in Southern Cameroon is a friend of the government of La République. It is their friends. The army is the friend of La République. That's why they keep spending all their money on the army. Why? Because the army is the one that is helping them steal, and the army is the one that is helping them stay in power. You see, you make friend with the person that has the gun, and that person protects you. So that is a system that is going on. Don't think that the Cameroon army is going to be criticized. No, they might turn on and say that it was Amber Boys who killed him. The army is doing this because they have the protection of the government of Cameroon. They have the protection of the government of Cameroon. That's why they're doing it. That's why they're killing little boys every day. But you are blessed, Southern Cameroonians, that unlike other places where they've had similar problems, where a population is being abused, you picked up arms and started defending yourself. If you go back to the Yazidi people of Syria, when ISIS went to their country, they were just religious people praying, and they never fought back. ISIS killed all the men, sold all the women as sex slaves, according to the Quran. The United States complained about it. The British government complained about it. The United Nations complained about it, but the Yazidi people cannot complain because they've been exterminated as a people by the forces of ISIS. I keep repeating this. You go back to Congo, they've killed 10 million people in Congo, in the Eastern Congo. Why? Because they sit on diamonds. Those people sit on coltant. And the government sent soldiers there exactly the same as La République has done. Exactly the same. Killing, oppressing, killing. There was no investigation. There was no investigation by the Congolese government of the killings that were taking place. Why? Because the soldiers were allowing free stealing of diamonds from Eastern Congo. And since the government was getting free diamonds and they were enriching themselves, they gave the soldiers the freedom to kill, rape, burn, fornicate, do what they like on those people. That is exactly what La République has done here. They've given their soldiers freedom to shoot, kill, rape, burn. And why? Because Southern Cameroon is a cash cow and the soldiers of Cameroon are allowing them to steal and also to protect the Cameroon politicians to stay in power for eternity. I would like to seize this opportunity to thank the interim government, to thank the forces of Ambazonia, the restoration forces, for doing what other people, other oppressed people did not do, and that is fight back. Absolutely fight back. That is what you've been doing, and it doesn't matter what people think of the Ambassador Restoration Forces. That is the only option that we have. I know there's one or two people with a few of the soldiers that have gone astray, and there are some fake Amber boys. We are aware of that. We know that Choyaba is not fighting. We know that we have a lot of these problems. But in general, in overall, the Ambassador Restoration Forces is the only force that we have. The interim government is it don't matter whether you agree or disagree, the interim government is the only government that we actually have. Every other sideshow, all the other sideshows, some of them have been bribed and they've sold out. Okay, the interim government is the only one that we have. The Ambassador Restoration Forces is the only force that we have. And it is time that we support them. If you don't have the money, support them emotionally, morally. If you don't do that, the consequences will be dire. I have quoted some examples of how people can get exterminated when they find themselves sitting on a bed of roses that the state wants. Okay, so this is our mobile wings. The restoration forces is the mobile wings. If anybody asks you, I'm told those of you who deal with the United Nations or African Union, just say this is a replacement of the mobile wings that was disbanded by La République. You can't take a country and then take the army away and then just start sharing the resources amongst yourself. The mobile wing is necessary, absolutely necessary, for Southern Cameroon to remain as a state. Okay, since the mobile wing has been disbanded, it has been replaced by the Amber Restoration Forces, and I'm hoping that at some point their name should be changed back to the mobile wings. But that is for another day. That's just a personal opinion. Okay, so to end this, sincere condolence to the families of the young man that was killed in below Foncha Street in Bamenda. It's tough to take, but we fully support any action that the restoration forces of Ambazonia will take in order to stop the possible genocide of the people of Southern Cameroon. This is Critical Information Bureau coming from Hull, England. Until next time, stay safe.